Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you alright? Hey guys, long time no see. How are you all? Hey, looking good, looking good. Oh, let's just get squeezing here at the bar. Yeah, hey guys, you alright? Bit of a lockdown limbo hairstyle here. No barber for 4 weeks, eh? Yeah. See, these guys have got shaved heads, these thugs over here, so they're doing pretty well. And of course, we've got all Kentucky fudge. Yes, the crew's all here. Back in the slaughtered lamb, because this pub's reopened as of today. Truth be told, it's never been shut. So folks, how are you all? Hope you're very well. This is typically, for me, it's a bit of a boozy video, but with a slight difference, because Mrs. Kilt-Man went out on a foraging mission yesterday, and courtesy of the £20 which was bestowed by Ricky Murray to get some whiskey, she did. She got me some whiskey, but she also got herself some beers, and she got me something special as well. So yesterday, what she did, she went down to a pub called the Bow-Legged Beagle. I'm not making that up. The Bow-Legged Beagle down near Brighton, and it's got all real ales and craft beers, all that kind of weird stuff, And because even though the pubs are still not open, they're saying bring any container down and we'll fill it up with all our beer. We're still brewing stuff, so go and pick what you want. So she took all 4-pint milk cartons, them big plastic things, and got them filled up with all sorts of fucking weird shit, And she drank last night. She did make a mistake actually. She had the bright idea of I might do some Alka-Pops. So what she did, she poured some of this. I don't know what it was called. You know what real ales like? It's all got bizarre fucking names and that, crusty cock or something like that. And she had some of that this morning as well. Oh, it's a different story. Large one. So she froze. Ice cube tray. She made some. Oh, they'll be lovely. And this morning she come down and she had a bit of a lick. Crusty cock. A bit of a lick. She went, oh God. I said, hon, I could have told you. I said, even lager isn't going to taste nice when frozen. It just isn't. I thought it'd be lovely. It was just completely bitter. So that plan backfired on her. But while she was there, she saw something and she thought, oh, I'll get this for him. Him being me. And you can probably see why when I show you. Great big shark on the front there. Now, it's just called Cafe Racer, and it's a coffee and vanilla porter, 6.5%. Fierce. Oh, it's not that fierce, is it? 6.5%. I drink whiskey for God's sake. But so I've got squeaky boots, and in the past, and I'm going back quite a few years, I did drink real ale. I'll just bring you in a bit closer here, folks. And I had a friend who we won't mention his name because he's no real friend, to be honest. And I used to go out drinking with him, and he was massively into real ale. We used to call him the beer hunter. He's one of these, saddos. And no offense to anyone out there who is a real ale connoisseur, and he'd have his beer Bible with him, like a big file of facts, it was called. This was pre-mobile phones, and anyway, he'd still use that. And he'd write in, any new beers, he'd write the name down, the percentage, the brewery, he'd have a drink of it, and he'd rank a mark out of 10. And these things, the thing about real ale is you might never see that one again. You got the breweries might do their standard ones, which pubs, and chains do pick up. So that's always going to be, like Old Peculiar, Theakston's Black Sheep, all that kind of stuff. The stuff that's always going to be there. But it's loads of rare ones, and you got all these microbreweries and beer festivals, stuff that's done just for that occasion, which you're never going to see again. And he would fucking religiously write all this shit down. And he'd always wear beer festival t-shirts as well, it's just fucking hell. And you go, that's a definite FG. To which I knew what FG meant, but everyone knew it was going what's an FG? And you go, fucking gorgeous. Fucking hell. He'd also walk into a pub and he'd go, right, it's showtime. What show were you going to put on? You just fucking stand at the bar and drink. Oh, is that one ready yet? Oh, is that one? Can I go down the cellar? Can I have a few scratches? A scratch is like a little version, a little, only about that much of a drink. It's not quite on yet. Or maybe I've got 12 new beers on this week. I'll have a pint of that, and give me a half of that and a scratch of that. So, it's just a way of getting to drink all the different beers that we're on. in that session. So, it's showtime, he'd say, like, and he'd put his beer Bible on the bar, it's showtime. And he'd go to say things like, game on. Oh dear. But I'll be honest, he completely, utterly put me off drinking this stuff. I used to like it. If you can hear rustling going on, there's somebody has invaded the kitchen area at the back of the bar there, and it's doing something untoward probably. But I used to like the real ales for a while because there's different flavours, different beer, different flavour. It wasn't your conventional lager, the same old flavour all the time. Yeah. It was always different. But gradually I began to realise that it wasn't that different. If it was a stout, it was a porter, it was a light one, a hoppy one, a fruity one, or whatever. And I wouldn't drink ciders. Ciders fucking blow my skull apart. So it was just beers. But some were nice. But gradually I was like, you know what, I'm bored of this. Plus, it does not put weight on you. Yeah, fucking hell. These great big sumo wrestlers were like coming in like with their beer festival t-shirts on, reeking of BO as well. What's that? Is it hops and barley, leaking out of you? Because what's the thing about real ale drinkers? That they fucking stink as well. They've always got big bushy beards. Actually, the one who introduced me to it didn't have a beard at all. Like, didn't stink though. It's alright. He won't be watching. But so I kind of got out of the whole thing. I thought, fucking hell, I'm sick of showtime. There's not much show, So I went back onto lagers, and then obviously I got into the whiskies and all that sort of stuff. But Mrs. Kilt-Man, in their infinite wisdom, got me this because it tied in, and because she likes to explore a different flavour of beer occasionally, just not in icicle, style. So this is a porter. What's a porter? A lot of you probably know all this stuff. Well, I don't really know. I do like the dark. If I'm going to have something like this, it would be a darker one, so a stout or a porter. But what is a stout and what is a porter? Originally, now I know this, that porters began in London. Some enterprising barman, did create it and mix the drink at the bar. And it was called a porter because all the porters from the ships and hotels and what have you, from establishments and business, would come in and they'd be drinking that because it fortified them. So it became known as a porter. Dark beer. Of course, then people sort of reverse engineered how he'd made this, and then do their own variations. They'd just up the alcohol content, they'd chop this, change that, whatever. So then you got your stout, which was known at the time as a stout porter, because it was stronger than your average porter. But and to this day, people still go, oh, well, I don't really know what the difference is. They both look the same because they're both dark beers. So, but another thing I do know about them, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it probably says on the back of this, I'll read it out in a minute, I'll probably realise I've cocked everything up, but with a porter, you use malted barley, but with a stout, you roast that barley, and it's the roasting of the barley that gives it that sort of coffee-ish sort of, aroma and flavour to it, your Guinness and all that, like. But this is a porter, and it's called a coffee and vanilla porter. So by rights, if you roast it to get the coffee thing, then that's a stout. But this is a porter, and it's coffee flavoured. Let's have a read of it. It's made by Cafe Racer. It's called Cafe Racer. Cafe Racer is a multi-award-winning porter that is fueled with locally roasted, so it's roasted, Sumatran espresso coffee and Madagascan vanilla. Oh, it sounds great, doesn't it? It pours pitch black with espresso on the nose, has a rich velvety mouthfeel and a long smooth vanilla finish. A bit like myself. Sounds great, doesn't it? Contains cereals containing gluten, barley and oats. Uh-oh. Right. Suitable for vegans. At Fierce, we make beer that is packed with flavour. We only use the best quality natural ingredients. Well, they're all going to say that, aren't they? And source as much as possible locally. Sumatran espresso coffee and Madagascan vanilla. Local? To New Brighton? Our beers are unpasteurised and unfined. Unfined? What's that mean? Unfined? I don't know what that means. So all the natural flavours stay inside. Hand brewed in Scotland. Be fierce. There's nothing remotely fucking local about this. Other than this can came from down the road. Okay, folks. See, I mentioned I'm going to do a video on beer, and these guys all fucking came down. You know, these are the obvious pissheads. Hello. Let's have a little look at this. Now, by rights, I should pour it into my drinking horn. And I may yet do, but I want you to see this. I'm using a Guinness glass, yeah. So, come on. Oh, that is definitely black. And that does look like coffee. Like black coffee. I like black coffee, actually. Can you see this? Ooh. Oh, you know, and the thing is, I do like Guinness. I have a phase of going back into drinking Guinness. A Guinness and a whiskey, not in the same glass, but a Guinness and a whiskey at the same time, I actually find very nice. There's probably a name for that, but I don't know. I just call it, more please. So there's the can. Cafe Racer with a great big great white shark on it. Not quite sure what that is meant to signify. And it's a shark with, it's got a jacket on and a patch with a skull and crossbones on it. Don't know, but I like it. So cheers, y'all. If you've got a drink there, you know, as I always say, a little tip for watching a Kilt-Man video, if you're gonna, you know, press play on it, have a little bevy sitting there ready, so we're gonna have a little drink together, you and I, and these guys. Bottoms up, y'all. Oh, that definitely smells like coffee, and you can smell the vanilla in it as well. Oh, I sound like one of them saddos that I am now doing exactly what this bozo used to do. I mean, it's showtime, so game on. He'd do this as well. There you go. Definite FG. And do you know what? This is an FG. It is fucking gorgeous. It is. Mrs. Kilt-Man, done well there. I wouldn't freeze it though. That is nice, that. Yeah, that's lovely. I do have a slight sort of reservation about drinking these things. A, because unlike whiskey, they bloat the hell out of me. And Guinness and stouts and obviously porters turn your turds black. Or is that just me? So, you know, I'll know when this has come through the other end. And so will everybody else. Cheers. That is lovely. Have a sniff. Get your tongue out of it. Get your own. Get you one in a minute. Gotta watch out for these. This motley crew. Yeah. Yeah, folks, that's very nice. Very nice indeed. I mean, Guinness is the tops, isn't it? You know, I suppose you got the Beamish one as well, haven't you? And there's Murphy's and there's a few others. And obviously you get these craft ones and other stouts. Because I remember one time there was oh god, it was a chocolate stout. I do not know the brewery. Cadbury's. It was a chocolate stout and it was something like 14%. And again, according to the Beer Hunter, it was a definite FG. Oh, like that. Go try that. It's one of them as well. Like, you know, another thing, you certainly couldn't happen these days with coronavirus and, you know, everyone washing their hands and social distancing and all that. But you get in one of these little groups of like all these, you know, you've got crusty cock, you've got cheesy knackers, you've got old mothers, chesticles, or whatever these fucking names are. And then we go, oh, have a go on that. And they'd be swapping the drinks around and like, oh, ugh, all these other people's saliva and slurpage. Jesus Christ. No wonder the world is afflicted by pandemics. But they'd be doing that. And if that was him, he'd be going, oh, try that. Definite FG. Oh. So you go, Oh yeah, yeah, that's lovely. And I find myself doing that, even when I couldn't stand it. And another thing is, after a while of drinking all these different ones, and let's say you're on a drinking session, and I am preaching to many of the converted out there right now who are probably going, how dare you insult our hobbies and pastimes? Beer hunters, showtime, that's what it's all about. Beer festival t-shirts, growing big beards to catch any drippage, yeah? And then what you do is, you lie upside down on the settee so it all drips back down into your mouth. I suppose that's the plan. But I forgot what I was going to say now. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. But yeah, after a while, I know what I was going to say, after a while, like, you pass these drinks out, you're trying different ones, and you say you've had 6 different flavours. In the end, they all become the same flavour. They do. And that chocolate stout, oh my God, that was like, you literally took a bite out of it. Ugh. Do you remember the old Yorkie chocolate bar and the great big bricks of solid chocolate? Yorkie. Of course, back in the 70s, Yorkies were fucking huge, and the adverts were always a big beefy truck driver. He's been driving like 50 odd miles, no seatbelt on, fucking 10 fucking ciggies in his gob, can of lager as well, like, this was the 70s. And he'd get out the cab and he'd have a break. But on his break, he didn't have a Kit Kat. It was a Yorkie, great big fucking thing like that, like gold bullion bars of chocolate, crunch. And then they tried to be like, equality, and he had a woman truck driver doing the advert. Wasn't quite the same, but Yorkies now have shrunk down. They're not. You get more chocolate on a Kit Kat now than you do on a Yorkie. But taking a swig out of that chocolate stout was like chewing a huge bullion brick of pure chocolate. It was fucking vile. If you're a chocoholic, I can imagine that would be absolute bliss. And I don't mind chocolate, but Jesus Christ, not in a pint. It was so vile. And also so strong as well. And you could taste the chocolate and taste the alcohol. And it really wasn't a good combination at all. It's one of the things that put me right off. And they were all, I think I have another one there. Big bloaters. Ooh, Jesus. He says, quaffing his coffee and vanilla porter. I forgot what it was then. But that's very palatable. That. For what is now a Sunday morning, that's quite nice. Especially when you know that I've got to run 40 odd miles with the husky shortly after this, so I'll be burning this off. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, this is the bow-legged beagle. Wherever you are, there's going to be places that do this sort of thing. Your craft beer pubs, your microbreweries, your what have you, your real ale establishments. And if you're into it, you're into it. Hey, it's all a laugh. Each to their own, as I say. And I have done my time with this stuff, and I definitely prefer whiskey. But that's lovely. Mrs. Kilt-Man, are you there? Someone is, but whoever they are, they're not answering. I was only going to say, lovely, good choice. Yes. Kind of puts you in a mood for some more, doesn't it? In fact, what I'm going to do, and I'm going to pour it in here. Why the hell not? You've seen how it looks. It looks like that. And of course, if you've got a Guinness or a Beamish or one of your usual pub conditioned stouts, you're going to have that creamy head, which is lovely. It is lovely, And they always try to do the little lucky fucking thing. What's it called? Clover. The 4-leaf clover in the top. They always try and do that in the head, and then you always know one of these, like a craft one, a real ale. There's not much in the froth department. It's much flatter. Yeah, I'm going to pour it in here. Let's do these things properly, What you can't see is there's a hole in the other end, and I've just poured it all over the floor. Oh, that looks really good. That. I'll try and lift this up so you can see. I'll drop the camera in there now. I will. Hang on. Hang on. Ooh, look at that. Lovely. It's like a big horn full of coffee. And it's gone a bit more frothy as well. That tastes better already. The thing about these is, like, I started taking this to my local. I'm talking about pubs again, because we're in the pub right now, and we all miss the pubs, don't we? The banter, the fun, the frivolity, the flirt, the falling over. And I used to take this in when I first got it, and I thought, wow, this would be awesome. And you get a pint, and you, do you want to pour it into that? And you'd be like, well, I can't fucking fit that under with the drip straight. Oh, yeah, I'll give you the pint, you pour it in yourself. So you do that. But what you're forgetting is, look at it, you can't put it down. Whoop. So you'd end up, there's nothing you could do with it. You couldn't put it down, you're stuck having to hold it. And because you get a bit impatient, you were kind of like glug, 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 knocking it back. That was just craziness. You can get a little holster for these things and slide it in like that. That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? I'd like two. Yeah, 2 drinking horns, yeah. And maybe a few smaller ones around the back and little refills. Reload. Yeah, that coffee, that vanilla, that's a great combination. And espresso, you're definitely getting that as well. So that's great. 6.5%. That's not that bad. That's a very palatable. What they would call that's a session beer. In other words, you could drink that for the entirety of a session without getting completely legless, which is bullshit in itself because you have a few of them. You are going to be legless anyway. It's just that when you get these ones that are super strong, you couldn't call that a session beer, so you'd be drinking one of them, then you'd have to go into something a bit weaker, just to recover. That was lovely. I'm not sure how much you paid for that, but it's worth it. 2.9 UK units. Alright, Fierce beer. Imported by Maverick Imports. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, I like it. I'll show you that again in case anyone's going to take me up on this cafe racer. And comment below, let me know what your favourite tipple is, how much you like to drink of it, the effect it has upon you, and any quaffing ale stories that you've got, because we've all got them. This is gorgeous. And it's so much more fun drinking out one of these because when you see it sliding down, it's like looking up one of those those tubes that you slide down into the pool, those big windy ones. Because I see it because this is curved. I see it coming round, that bubbling, frothing towards me. It's great. It's like come to Papa. Ooh. But it does take hours for the final frothy dreg to come down all the way. Folks, that was very enjoyable. And I do apologise if I've offended any real ale drinkers out there with my comments. But hey, it is what it is. And, alcohol is a means to an end, I find. It's for conversation, it's to get you in a happy place, it's to relax you, it's to de-stress. And it unlocks doors. People who are reserved, but they can be really funny. It does take a drink to unlock that door sometimes. People like me are like that pretty much all the time, but I do enjoy the drinky poos, and the escalation of banter. There's nothing can beat when there's a few of you, and like you all kind of start at the same time, and then gradually you can stay together. You all reach this sort of level of pissedness, and it's great. To say at the same time, it's absolutely freaking horrible if you join a crowd who are already at that point and you're completely fresh, because then you go hell for leather to try and catch up, and you do, and that is a fatal mistake. Or if you're staying, I'm on a health kick. See, I can't say like, oh, I'm driving tonight, because I can't drive anyway, so I've never got that excuse. But if I was like on a big massive health kick, which there's been many times when I've been like that, I'm just drinking fruit juice. Honestly, I'm just having an orange juice. People look at you, come on man, fucking hell, Kilt-Man, and like, and I go, no, I'll do it. But believe you me, that is next to impossible to stick to. They're all getting pissed, and they're laughing at things which, when you're sober, they're just like, that is not remotely funny. What the hell are you talking about there? And then they repeat themselves, and then like, they go off on a bit like my videos. You go off on tangents, and you never get to the end of that particular story. And because you're sober, you're waiting for like the punchline, and it's never going to come. But if you're pissed, it doesn't matter. It's all part of it. It doesn't matter at all. So, folks, cheers, y'all. Bottoms up. And for me and the boys, because it's their turn to have a drink now, I made them wait. I made them watch. Especially you, Kentucky. Here he is. This is his lockdown hairdo. What gets me is mine doesn't appear to have grown. Everyone else is sporting hair down to their arseholes, and like mine's just remained exactly the same. I think mine has reached a point where it just refuses to grow anymore at all. Like, no, that Kilt-Man, that's your lot. The follicles have just gone, no, they've shut up shop. No more growthage coming from us. Make do. Folks, that's it for now. But the bar is still open. If you want to pop around, I'm going to see you all later. So, in the meantime and in between time, comment below, let me know. And take it easy. Keep it kilted. Keep it Celtic. Keep a smile on your face. Spring in your step. Twinkle in your eye. And I'm going to see you all. I've just said this, haven't I? Later. Or just poked Kentucky in the eye. There'll be hell to pay now.